All right, so I went to Six Flags over Texas. It was a Friday. I'm on tour, playing some shows starting in Texas. So, of course, fly out early because I want to go to Six Flags over Texas. Never been. Want to check out the coasters there, dude. They look like they got some good shit. First RMC, crazy-ass Premier launch coaster. It looks sick, man. Want to check it out. I've never been to this park before in my life. I've been to Fiesta, Texas, and Fiesta, Texas is sick. Honestly, didn't really know what to expect with over Texas. I know, like, they got a lot of shit there. I know they're supposedly getting a 300-foot dive coaster in the future, which would be ridiculous. Overall, super excited, man. When I was, like, driving on, like, the freeway to where I was staying, like, I saw the whole park, and it's just like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like, seeing, like, so many videos of these rides and stuff, I was so stoked to get to experience them. Yeah, I'm recording this shit in the van right now in front of the venue. I got sound check in like an hour or something. So yeah, no, this is a first for me. Flew in night before, got a crazy ass tray of barbecue. Met this cool couple in line that they were like checking out all the Major League Baseball stadiums, and they just hit the Rangers one. This is the last one. Shout out, you guys, you're sick. The next morning, started my day. Woke up, went to Kroger. Got a nice little breakfast here. Got some berries, Greek yogurt here, protein, probiotics, amazing. Rolled up to the park at like 10-ish. Park opened at 10:30. I wanted to get there at opening. Going into the day, I was really nervous because the weather forecast was not in my favor. It was like switching between like 80% and 100% thunderstorm, lightning storm. I was a little nervous. My day was going to be kind of ruined, so I really wanted to get there early and just bang out as much as I could. Rolled up. Apparently it was a school physics day or some shit. So I was like, besides the chaperones, I was like the only adult there, pretty much. A bunch of kids. They were stoked. They were stoked to go to the park, which was cool. My number one priorities going into the day were Mr. Freeze, New Texas Giant, and Shockwave. Those are the three I really wanted to get on. Probably Mr. Freeze the most. Wanted to do that one the most. So that's where I was gonna go. I was like looking at the map. I have no idea where anything is. Looked there, saw okay, it's on the right side. So I was like kind of waiting over there. Kind of chilled for like 10 minutes. They were playing Selena. Hell yeah, Selena fucking slaps. Anything for Selena. Yeah, they dropped the ropes and shit, and the children were going nuts, dude. Like, they almost ran over this lady and were getting like clotheslined by this fucking rope. It was crazy. Yeah, they were all sprinting. I probably could have ran too, but I don't know. I took a couple wrong turns because that shit is very confusing because you like see the ride and I'm like walking towards it, but you have to go way around, cross the train tracks into Gotham City to get there. Finally made my way over there and pretty much nothing was open yet. There's like Batman over there and Mr. Freeze, so like nothing was open. So I was kind of just chilling and I was like, actually wait, shit, that's not true. Pandemonium was open, the spinner, but since it was the only thing open, it got an insane line. And I know those like Gerstlauer spinners have super low capacity, so I was not trying to do that. I'd rather just wait for either Batman or Mr. Freeze to open, so that's what I did. And I've done two of those Gerstlauer spinners before, so it was low priority for me. Yeah, I probably waited for like 15 minutes, and then Mr. Freeze queue opened. And holy shit, man, I was so excited. The front of that like line where you enter is so fucking cool. Yeah, it's just like wastelandy. It's all like fucked up and beat down, and it looks really fucking cool, dude. I loved it. Just like the huge thing that you just like walk into. So cool going into this line. So excited, man. As far as like Mr. Freeze lore goes, I know like the main story, which I think is sick. I think Mr. Freeze is like one of the coolest villains ever because he has like a very genuine and good motive for what he's doing. And like he has that sick ass suit and he's just like all cold and shit. Mr. Freeze fucking rocks, dude. And like Batman, the old Batman movies with Arnold as Mr. Freeze, that shit sucks so much ass, but it's fucking awesome.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
I love that shit. It's so cool. Dude, Arnold's Mr. Freeze suit is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Also, dude, the Mr. Freeze battle in Batman Arkham City, fucking get out of town, dude. Amazing. So I was excited to give the Mr. Freeze roller coaster a try. Mr. Freeze, the park's premier rides launch coaster. When you get to the like end of the line, they have signs you can go forward or backward. They were only running the backwards train, which is good because that was the one I wanted to do more. Would have been cool to be able to do both, but it's all good. I'm just happy that it's operating and running and I'm getting the chance to ride it. Pretty sick. I got on the first train of the day, second to last row. The way that station works is so fucking cool with like the 2 switch tracks where you like load and then it moves you over. Like that shit is so cool. I feel like I could stand there all day, just like watch a live stream of that shit, especially when they're running 2 trains. It's like so cool, and like in there it's cool. You got the Mr. Freeze dude chilling up there. I don't know. It's just super fucking cool, and a super cool way to like start off the ride. It just shoots you out of the tunnel backwards, and like you can't really see any of the rest of the ride from when you're in there. Same with like the rest of the park. It's hard to get a good view of like the entire ride anywhere else. You can kind of just see the spike and like the inverted top hat. Nothing else really. So yeah, man, strapped in. I fuck with those Premier trains way more than the new ones. They're not perfect, but they are so much better than the new ones. I wish they would bring that old design back. It's way, way fucking better, dude. Whatever, sit down, pretty comfy, and then they say all clear and shit, and then the platform moves over to the left, and then you can kind of hear the brakes or something unlock, feel the train unlock, and then that shit fucking shoots you out like a goddamn missile through the tunnel. And like the lights are blinking and it's really cool. And it's nuts because like that launch, it's like, I don't know, it's not like a hydraulic launch. It's not like accelerators launch, which like fucking turns you into a pancake. This one, it like starts and then it just like keeps accelerating. And it's like accelerates for a really long time. It feels like, oh, it's like over now. And then it goes for another 1.5 seconds and it's wild. So that took me by surprise. I was ready for just like a little wimpy gradual launch that wasn't going to do shit, but it was awesome. Holy shit, man. I think it goes like 70 miles an hour or something like that. Yeah, 70 miles an hour out of that shit. You're hauling ass, and then since you're going backwards, you can't see when you're going to start going up. And then you just do, and it is so incredibly forceful. Damn, dude. Crazy. And then you twist, and somehow you get airtime during those twists, those vertical little twists. Wasn't expecting that shit at all. And you go over the inverted top hat, and when you're going the first time, you like float a little bit, like a little float, you know? And then when you go over it, you twist down and fucking crazy airtime thrown out of your seat. Somehow, it's like vertical airtime. Insane. And then you go to this crazy ass pull out, which feels like you can't even hold your torso up because it's so many positive G's to the body. Then you do that crazy overbank turn. Again, just constant positive G's, dude. And then you fly up into the vertical spike and you're going fast, and then it boosts you fucking up further. Yo. Dude. That shit, that was fucking crazy, man. I knew it did that, but you are so high up off the ground, and it boosts you up, and the ground is getting smaller and smaller, and it's fucked up. That shit was so cool. I loved that. Oh my god, it was so fucking awesome. The entire time, my first ride, I was the whole fucking ride, I was just screaming, no fucking way, no fucking way, no fucking way. Insane. And then you just free fall down that shit, straight down, dude, like a meteor going towards Earth. Straight free fall, dude, straight down. And then, yo, that like pull out into the overbank after that shit, I almost blacked out. It was real close. Like, I was seeing I was seeing a lot of stars there, dude. So fucking intense. So crazy forceful. Ridiculous. Absolutely insane, man. I don't think anything could have prepared me for that ride. Fucked up. Fly back into the overbank. Crazy forceful. And then back up into the inverted top hat. You're going forwards this time. I think you're going faster forwards than you are backwards. It felt that way. It felt like another 5 miles an hour or something going forwards, because I felt like everything else was just making me that much closer to blacking out. But yeah, fly up, and then you get airtime on the twisties again. Since you're going faster, the inverted top hat, it's just positive G's the whole time. You're not floating. And then when you're in the back, you get yanked down that shit. You just get yeeted out of your seat, dude. Fucking flying out of your seat. So awesome. Oh my god. And then you go back into the tunnel, and then you stop, and then you're done. Then you just rode Mr. Freeze, dude. I could not fucking believe how good that was. It was so much fun. So intense. fucking awesome, dude. I swear, my first ride, dude, I shitted. I shitted everywhere. There was shit in the entire back row that I was in because I shitted everywhere. All the barbecue I ate the night before, it was everywhere. All over the place because of joy. Fucking awesome. I knew it was going to be good and cool, but it blew me away. It just fucking blew all expectations out of the water. It was so awesome, so unique, so fun too. It wasn't just like fucked up intensity and nausea, you know, like it was like the perfect balance of just like fun and insanity. And like sometimes the B&M loopers, it's like, oh my God, this is just crazy intense, like Kumba and stuff and like Scream and the Riddler and shit like that. Like it is really intense and really forceful with like the positive G's, and it's almost kind of like unenjoyable towards the end sometimes, where it's just like, fuck, I'm like over it, you know. Whereas Mr. Freeze, it's perfect. It like gives you that crazy ass speed, acceleration, airtime, laterals, crazy positive forces, and then you like get a second to breathe going up the spike, and then the free fall is fucking sick because it's almost like a first drop of a roller coaster, and then you go into it again. It's like two rides in one, really. You get like the launch start into the crazy ass layout, and then you get the drop start into the crazy ass layout. Dude, it is a crime that there's only two of those. I know there were like a lot of issues with them, but like just the layout alone, dude, build one of those exactly the same way with LSMs and like the better trains, and that would be like the best ride in a lot of parks. I think I would take Mr. Freeze over like any RMC Raptor or even some of the RMC iBox coasters that I've done. It's that fucking good, man. I swear, man, that inverted top hat on Mr. Freeze is unlike anything I've felt on any other coaster I've ever done. I wish I got to do Batman and Robin the Chiller at Great Adventure, because I'm sure that shit was absolutely off the chain as well. I absolutely loved Mr. Freeze. It was so much fun. It gave me that like giddy feeling, you know that like giddy feeling, like when you're anticipating a coaster and you finally ride it and it's like blowing your fucking mind more than you ever thought it could. That's what Mr. Freeze was doing to me, dude. Made me so happy. And in that moment, I was like, dude, even if the whole park closes for the rest of the day, that one ride on Mr. Freeze was worth my trip out here. That's when you know you got a good fucking ride. So after my first ride on Mr. Freeze, I checked the app, and I was gonna run over to New Texas Giant just to knock it out, but it was not open. So we're fucking doing Mr. Freeze again, baby. This time, I don't know, waited 5-10 minutes. Front row, dude. Front was insane. Some of the shit was more forceful in the front in certain areas. Some of it was less forceful. I don't know. It's a little bit different, but mostly the same. I think I prefer the back better because when you go up that spike, you're just, 20, 30 feet higher? Probably more than that. 50 feet higher? I don't know. Whatever. You're higher up in the air than the other people in the train, and that was sick. The back is definitely more rough. It's not rough though. It's a smooth ride. I thought it was going to be way more rough than it was for real. I thought the Flight of Fear coasters were way more rough than Mr. Freeze was. Yeah, front row Mr. Freeze, absolutely goated. I feel like the front going with the forward launch would be the move for that. I feel like that would be a cool experience, but didn't get to do it. All good, though. Beyond satisfied with those two Mr. Freeze rides, man. After my second ride, checked the app again. New Texas Giant still closed. Shockwave still closed. So I was going to go do Batman. It's right there. It was open, running two trains. Like, dude, this line's about to be nothing. So, yeah, Batman. The park's B&M invert. The same as all the other Batmans. Same as it's called Chupacabra now at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. I've done the one at Magic Mountain, and I've done the one at Fiesta, Texas. Same shit here. If anything, I thought this one was the smoothest of all of them that I have done. I thought this one had the sickest color scheme. Absolutely. The yellow track with like the trains that have like the purple and yellow, dude. It's giving me that goofy Batman vibes. It's giving goofy. Fuck yeah. I don't know. Do you guys fuck with goofy Batman or like scary Batman more? I don't know. They're both cool. They're both very cool, but I think I'm a goofy man myself.
Something's in my ass.
Station wasn't as cool as the one at Magic Mountain, but it's all good, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's a Bat clone. Super intense, fun ride. I didn't almost black out this time on this one. Sometimes that can happen at the one at Magic Mountain. Didn't happen at this one at Six Flags Over Texas. Cool. I think the like loop 0G roll loop combo is fucking crazy. It's a lot, honestly. But that, and then you go into like the crazy forceful turn after, which is nuts. Then it kind of gives you a little chance to breathe, and then you do like the super whippy corkscrews. I think they're wingovers, but like no, they're fucking not. They're corkscrews. You do those things, and they're pretty fun. I don't know. Solid ride, man. I think for me, like I've just done that exact ride so many times that it's kind of lost its like, I guess, uniqueness or its charm or whatever. I don't know what to call it. Its spark for me. But one thing that I thought was cool, the 3 people that I rode with, when we hit the brake run, it like blew their fucking mind. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, this ride goated. You know, like not everyone is a coaster nerd who travels to ride roller coasters and then it says shit like, oh, well, like I've ridden the same one in like 10 different fucking cities, so therefore it's bad. No, most people aren't like that. So they ride the Batman clones and they kick ass, which they do. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Batman. Silver Bullet's still better though. Silver Bullet goated. After I got off Batman, checked my phone again. The shit I wanted to do still closed. So I was just gonna kind of walk around. I stumbled upon the mine train, Runaway Mine Train, the park's Aero Mine Train. I believe it's the original Aero Mine Train, which is pretty cool. Knew nothing about this ride. I was expecting an Aero Mine Train. And waited for not too long, 15 minutes or so. I was like in the middle or some shit. Yeah, it's cool. It's super chill, man. Like more chill than like Big Thunder Mountain at Disneyland. There's like 3 lift hills and like kind of going over the little hills and the grassy areas. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Janky, very jank. It wasn't like painful or anything, but old janky. One thing that did catch me by surprise was when you go up the last lift hill, you go into that little scene where there's like animatronics and shit. And I was like, whoa, no way. And then it's like, she's going to blow, and then it blows up, and then you drop down. And since I was more towards the back of the train, I actually got some airtime over that drop, which was very unexpected and very cool. Absolutely my favorite part of the ride. It was fun. It was unique, you know, had some charm to it, which was fucking cool. I enjoyed it. Give it a ride if you go to the park. Definitely great for like younger kids trying to like have a little more of a thrill, get used to it. So yeah, it was dope. Right when I got off that ride, it started pouring rain and thunder and lightning and all that shit. I was bummed. I was like, oh shit, man. Okay. So I was like kind of under the shelter. And then in my mind, I was like, okay, I know there's an indoor coaster here. So I'm going to try and find it. I like looked on my phone on the app. Yo, tell me if I'm like stupid. I could just be stupid, but I felt like the layout of this park was really confusing and not straightforward. I feel like I'm used to just having like a big loop. You know, everything's just kind of in a circle and then like maybe some paths in the middle. But I don't know. I felt like it was hard to find some shit. I struggled finding this ride even when I had the map. I mean, it was hard because it was pouring rain and I didn't want my phone to get wet. And like when the water gets on the screen, it like fucks it up. It thinks you're tapping on it and then shit goes all crazy. So I was struggling to find it. I was like trying to stay dry, like running in between dry patches that were covered, trying to find my way. I was trying to find Runaway Mountain, by the way, the indoor roller coaster. I don't know, it took me probably 15 minutes to find it. And by the time I got there, I was pretty fucking drenched. I was like standing underneath there's like a barbecue place. I was standing underneath that shelter there to stay dry. And I saw the entrance and it was packed, dude. And like most of the line was outside. I was like, fuck, dude. And in that moment, I was mad. I was like, why is your indoor ride have an outside line? Like, why? Come on, guys. But it's whatever. I was just upset in that moment. So I kind of just chilled underneath that covering. I took my jacket off, which was drenched. And then luckily the rain kind of chilled out for a little bit and I saw the line wasn't terribly long. I was like, fuck, okay, I should just go. I was like, I'm here. It's pouring rain. This is all that I can do. I can't do anything else. Let's just go do it. If I get a little more wet, it's okay. So went and waited in line. Runaway Mountain, the park's premier rides coaster. Not a launch coaster. I believe it's the first ever premier rides coaster. Pretty cool, man. History. I'm riding history. Cool queue line, to be honest. It was really pretty. All the trees and like the rocks on the building, which I think are fake, but it was still cool. I enjoyed it. There's like that little shed thing. I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, nice, man. Waited for a while. The rain picked back up while I was in line, which sucked, and I was fucking drenched. So wet. And then I finally made it inside. The whole time it was funny. People were like trying to avoid the gnarly puddles. 10,000 likes and I'll drink the puddle in the line at Runaway Mountain at Six Flags Over Texas. Yeah, got inside. Once you get inside, you're pretty much on the ride. Wait like 5 more minutes and then you're there. I got paired up with a dude. We got the front row. I didn't request it. Cool. The Runaway Mountain station, I don't know what it is. I like when the trains like load on a curve like that. I don't know what it is. It just like tickles my brain really nice. I don't know. I just like it, dude. It looks cool and like it feels good. I don't know. I'm weird. I didn't know what to expect from this ride. I was expecting some Space Mountain type shit where it's like not like boring, but it's not crazy either. I wasn't expecting any intensity. I didn't really know anything about it really. I just knew it was inside and that it's the first premier rides coaster. I was fucking wrong about that. So you go in, go up the lift, and it's pretty dark in there. Like you can kind of see, but it's dark, you know? There's like some spooky little wind noises. And the first drop, we're looking down this shit. I was like, dude, that's not a fucking joke that I see in front of me. Dude, I was staring down that shit. It's like, that's fucking crazy, man. And then you kind of dive down there and you just get fucking pummeled with force. I swear, it's like someone dropped a fucking semi-truck on top of you, dude. I couldn't believe the positive G-force that was being exerted on my body. It's like a little airtime hill after that, too, which in the front, I got yeeted out of my seat. I got fucking ejected. It was awesome. Was not expecting that shit whatsoever. And the whole ride is just like a series of dives and helixes that are so incredibly forceful. I couldn't believe it. Like I said, the whole time I was like, no way, holy shit, no way. Pretty smooth too, not rough, no pain. One painful part, the brakes at the end, very sharp. The restraints are kind of weird. They kind of go up on your chest. It's like, why the fuck do we have this? It's because of that brake run. I see why. It's to keep you from breaking your teeth on the front of the train. Yeah, man, Runaway Mountain was so much fun. I absolutely loved it, for real. It blew me away. Super unique. Haven't really done anything like that before. And I also think it really benefits from being in the dark. I think if it was in the light outside, it wouldn't be nearly as good. I swear, some of those dives down in the helixes were so forceful. I thought it was trying to like end me, dude. It was like I was going down a water slide with like 300-pound weighted vests on me. So sick. Fun ride. Absolutely loved it. Exited the ride. Still raining as fuck. And the app on my phone, the weather app, it's saying shit's gonna clear up soon, but I don't know. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go get a coffee. I need some energy right now. So I went to the like Starbucks thing, got an Americano. It's fine, all good. Still raining as fuck. So decided to go to the only other open ride in the park, Pirates of Speelunker Cave. The park's like boat dark ride. It was funny, before going on it, I Googled whether you get wet on that shit. Because, like, dude, I am not about to get fucking drenched by some bullshit drop on the pirate ride. Okay? So wanted to make sure of that. Also, if you're wondering why I really don't want to get wet, it's because literally after this day, I have to drive an hour and a half to go and play drums for a show for 45 minutes. I don't want to be miserable and smelly and gross. Hopped in line. It looked very long. Like I said, only other ride open, so it's going to be long. Outside queue line sucks, getting wet, drenched, but I'm drinking my warm coffee, which is really nice. Cool. Then you finally go inside. Yeah, get on. I got my own boat to myself, okay? And I wouldn't have minded sharing with others, but that's what they did for me. Whatever. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I smell bad. Maybe I'm ugly. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking so cool. Gave me a private boat. Yeah, I actually filmed this whole thing, dude. I guess I didn't know what to expect. I was like, some kind of pirate dark ride. Like, oh, like classic pirate shit. No. It was weird. It was fucking weird. It like starts out and there is like pirate shit. It's like, oh, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean. Kind of cool, you know? It was like, you know, it's not as good as Pirates of the Caribbean, but, you know, it's fine. Like, I'm enjoying it. I enjoy a good dark ride. And then shit just gets fucking weird. These creatures with these eyes start coming out, dude. And it's fucked. And I all of a sudden I was like, whoa, yo, this is like a nightmare. I'm inside a nightmare right now. But also it was pretty good. Like I was like, I love a good fucked up dark ride. You know, it's like, okay, you can't You can't like do some Disney shit that makes you like shit your pants and cry and cum and piss everywhere. But like if it's some weird fucked up shit, then I'm down. It's cool. And that's exactly what this was. All these little creatures around. And I wasn't following the story. Maybe I'm stupid and I'm just not following it correctly, but I don't know how these guys came out. Someone explain the lore to me of the Pirates of the Speelunker Cave. Please, I want to know. Yeah, further you get into the ride, the more of these creatures there are. And they're just kind of doing shit. And then it's like at the end, they're the pirates. And they got all the buried treasure, baby. And then the ride ends. Then you're done. Crazy. It was like 8 minutes or something. Pretty long. I was like, sick. I was out of the rain for a while there. So that was very cool. Honestly, I'm glad that I got on it. Kind of waiting in line. I was like, this is kind of a drag. It's going to suck. I'm glad I did it. It was fucking weird. And funny. For real. Those like creatures in there, they feel like in like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, like you keep pressing similar face, you know, over and over and over again, and then you get that shit at the end of it. After that, still raining. It was still forecast to be raining for another hour and a half. I was like, oh my God, okay. And Runaway Mountain was significantly longer than when I did it the first time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get some food. Normally I don't eat at the parks, but I was kind of like, I can save time now because then I don't have to get food once I leave. I'll just get food now and eat it. So then I can just drive straight to my show. So that's what I did. Just kind of went to that barbecue place. I got like just chicken and potatoes. Honestly, solid. Probably the best Six Flags food I've ever had. It was fine. Too expensive, but like it was cool. Like gave me some good sustenance and some nutrients. All good. Yeah, when I was eating my lunch, this homie came over and we were chilling, dude. I couldn't believe how brave this little guy was. He was so cute. Came over, he was chilling. I wasn't gonna give him any food because I feel like you shouldn't do that. I don't know. Maybe I should, but I didn't. I don't know. But he was chilling. He was so cute, so friendly. I think he was just trying to be my friend. And that's all I want. I just want to be your friend, man. Nice.
Shit, what's up, big dog?
So yeah, I just kind of waited there for a while until the rain stopped, and then it finally did stop, dude. Awesome. Okay. So now the rain has stopped. I'm going to go over to the New Texas Giant and check it out. Went over. There's a dude standing out front. We're not open yet. We don't know when we're going to be open. Bummer. So then I kept walking, went over to Titan. Titan didn't have anyone there. They just had a sign that was like closed for weather. Bummer. I kind of hung out over there for a little bit. They were doing some shit in the New Texas Giant station. Just kind of wanted to check it out, you know, see what was going on. There's a log ride over there. No chance. Absolutely not. Even though I do love a good log ride, no chance this time around. So everything is pretty much closed still. Only coasters that are open are Batman, Mr. Freeze, Pandemonium, and the Mine Trains. Fuck it. We go Mr. Freeze again. So I went back to Mr. Freeze. Sick, dude. I waited like 30 minutes or so this time. Fucking awesome. I got the back row again. Absolutely incredible, dude. Mr. Freeze slaps so hard. I love that ride so much. It's so weird and unique, and it kicks so much ass. Oh my God. Mr. Freeze. I love you, dude. Dude, I don't know. I might prefer Mr. Freeze over Accelerator. That's what I was thinking all day. I was like, do I? Because like the launch and top hat on Accelerator is so incredible, but like it's kind of not as good after that. Like Mr. Freeze, like the whole ride is amazing. I don't know which I would prefer to have at my home park. It would be really close, but yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. There's no wrong answers. Both rides are incredible. So whatever. So yeah, after Mr. Freeze, I was like, I could go do Batman again, but I was like, not feeling it. I was like, I just like don't want to. I want to do this other shit. I don't want to really do the Bat clone again. I was kind of bummed. Whatever. But then I checked my phone and Shockwave was open, baby. So I hustled over there. Shockwave, the park's Schwarzkopf looper. Yo, Shockwave was fucking crazy, man. The reason I was very excited about this ride is because it's older. There aren't many of its kind left out there. So, you know, it's one of those where you should ride because it, you know, risk of going away. And I've just heard a bunch of crazy shit about it. I've heard the loops are just stupid, intense, and that if you sit in the back, the airtime is stupid as well. Built in 1978, dude. That's pretty sick. Rolled up, pretty much no line. 2 trains. Sick. Dude, the Schwarzkopf badge on the train goes so incredibly hard. Gotten like, I don't know, second to last row. Second to last row. Strapped that shit in. Dude, the bar that's holding you in, it's like skinny as fuck. It is tiny. It is so tiny. It's terrifying how tiny it is, for real. But it's also kind of awesome. It's like, dude, this is kind of fucked up. It's like kind of scary because there's so little holding you in. You look at the ride like, dude, we're about to do a lot of shit with this teeny little bar is the only thing holding me in. Wild. Go up the lift hill in the back row, dude. You get just yanked down that shit. The airtime was scary. Like normally during airtime, I'm not like scared. It's like, oh, that's crazy. And that's like a wild sensation, but I'm not like scared. I was fucking scared. It feels like you could fall out. You're not going to fall out, but it just happens so fast and so sudden that you can't even like process that you're out of your seat. And by the time you do process it, you slam down so hard into that seat. When I say slam, like imagine like falling off a 2-story building onto your butt onto concrete. That's what it's like riding Shockwave in the airtime, dude. Then you go straight into those double loops, dude. I've heard many things about these things. God damn, they are true. That shit was unbelievably intense. So forceful. I almost blacked out after that second one. Closer blacking out on that than on Mr. Freeze. It was close. Yo, it's just like so forceful and barely a break. Maybe like in the middle, like a teeny bit of a break, but you're just going so fast through that shit. Like I feel like those loops could be like another 20 feet taller and the train would make it over no problem with like plenty of force. The internet says you'd be pulling almost 6 Gs on that. I kind of believe it. Last video, I said Tatsu pretzel loop is the most forceful thing I've ever felt in the coaster. On a coaster, these Shockwave loops take the fucking cake, dude. It is nuts how much force is exerted on your body for so long with those 2 loops. Like that shit should be used to like train some fucking fighter jet pilots or something, dude. I loved Shockwave. And like after the loops too, the ride doesn't end. There's like just like some drops and turns, and like the airtime for the rest of the ride is the same way. Flown out of your seat so fast into that bar, and then you slam down so hard, dude. Crazy. So janky in the greatest way. Not rough at all, but very janky. Fun janky. Shockwave fucking slapped. And like how the track sways, that's really cool too. I don't know. Might freak some people out, but I think it looks cool. Did not let down once again. You know, that's the thing. You hear a lot of stuff, hear a lot of stories, and absolutely lived up to the hype and more. It was really fun and honestly fucking scary. I think that was the most scared I was all day on any of the coasters was doing Shockwave, because how forceful the loops are and how tiny the bar is that is holding you in and the airtime and shit. Straight up, when you like slam back into that seat, it's like the Bowser ground pound and smash. After Shockwave, I was running out of time at this point. I had like an hour and a half, 2 hours left. I was like, shit, man, New Texas Giant, not open yet. What am I going to do? I was like, okay, I'm going to walk over. Walked over, same as before. They were kind of like cleaning the trains, it looked like. So like they were getting it ready still. So I'd hope. And I was like, okay, what I want to do is just go ride Mr. Freeze. So I did that, went over. It was broken. Sucks. So then I came back. I was like, okay, I should stay close because the park is huge. Very big. And New Texas Giant and Mr. Freeze are in the opposite corners of each other. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go do Runaway Mountain again because I wanted to, because that ride slapped. Didn't want to do Shockwave again because I felt like it was going to murder me. Yeah, went to Runaway Mountain. Line was much, much shorter this time because the rain had stopped. I got like 3rd row or something. It was a little rougher towards the middle of the train, but still absolutely crazy intense. Fun ride, dude. I think that ride is severely underrated in the coaster community. Let me know what you guys think of Runaway Mountain. I fuck with it. I think it's unique and fun and packs a punch for that little thing in there. Cool. After Runaway Mountain, the rain and thunder and lightning started back up again. So everything shut down. And there's like, I don't know, hour 15, hour and a half left in the park. It's like, damn, dude, am I going to miss it? Am I going to miss the RMC? That's going to be devastating. So what I did, I was like, I'm just going to go over to New Texas Giant and just chill out over there. Because it said the rain was only supposed to last for another 5 minutes. I still had hope. There was still movement going in the station. I was walked over to like where you can see the station of New Texas Giant, and I was kind of chilling there. and I saw that they sent a train around the track. And I was like, no way, dude. It was like 30 minutes to close, and they sent a train around the track to test it. Fuck yeah. So excited. Once they did that, I was like, dude, they're going to open this shit. So I went over back to the front, and it was crazy. Like, so many other people in the park saw that train testing because people were running to that entrance. And I joined them. Because I wasn't going to miss that shit. I flew to Texas. I'm not going to miss that ride, dude. I'm going to get it because I know how shit works. You might get one train sent out with people on it, and then it breaks down for the rest of the day. Never know. So, yeah, man, they sent the second tester, and then they opened the line, and everyone was so stoked. So sick, man. Went through the line. It was long. A lot of grass. New Texas Giant. The park's RMC iBox coaster. Conversion of the Texas Giant wooden coaster. The first RMC ever. Pretty cool. Historic, dude. It's got the old Gerstlauer trains. It's got like the fucking sick Hank Hill pimp trains. Really cool. Yeah, hopped in line. I was like, I'm just going to get on. I'm not going to wait for a certain row. And I went over, and like, I think the second to last row was open. Got in that shit. I was like, yo, we're locked in, man. I was excited. First thing I noticed going up the lift hill is that shit wasn't loud like it is on Gwazi. I don't know why that is. Or all the other RMCs, like Steel Vengeance and like Twisted Colossus, like the lift hill's loud as fuck, but not on New Texas Giant. Yeah, went up that shit. Drop was great, dude. Flying out of your seat and like the airtime after the drop. It's probably my favorite part of the ride. Fucking thrown out of that shit. Going to the overbanks and stuff, they're fun. You know, kind of when you're in the back, when you come out of the overbanks, you kind of get some airtime. One part of the ride that I loved in the back row was when you drop into the tunnel towards the end of the ride. That took me by surprise big time, and it was a genuine head chopper where I was scared, like, oh shit, like I'm gonna hit my head on the top of this tunnel. It doesn't happen, of course, but it kind of felt like that. Overall, great ride. I very much enjoyed New Texas Giant. So I do want to give it the benefit of the doubt because it was literally the first cycle with people on it all day. So it was probably running slower than it could be. And it was a chilly day. And it's been raining all day. Makes sense. It was still really fun though. Airtime, absolutely. No crazy positive G's or crazy like whippiness or anything, but it was fun. I very much enjoyed it. Good shit. One thing I noticed, there were a couple of parts that were like kind of janky. It was almost like the wood like bent the steel track. You kind of like shuffle left really hard. It wasn't bad though. It wasn't like painful or rough or anything, but it was there. Something I noticed on that I haven't noticed on any other RMC. Fun ride. New Texas Giant. Very cool. It was also cool to like ride the prototype RMC because it's like, you know, I've ridden Gwazi and Vengeance, and you can ride those and you can see how much they have progressed in such a short time, like 10 years or something. That's nuts. Like the difference between those rides, how more just like bold they got and just gnarly with everything. I like the Gerstlauer trains. I don't think the Gerstlauer trains would work for the newer rides because of how they're just like more open and like the seats aren't like bucket seats. I don't know how to explain it. I was like being thrown around within it more like a traditional wooden coaster feel, which is great for New Texas Giant because it's more like flowy, airtimey rather than like it's trying to kill you like Gwazi is. So yeah, I don't know. I don't dislike those trains. One thing I did dislike was like the seatbelt thing was so thick, and when I'd get thrown into the airtime hills, it would like pinch my like gut because it was like just hitting the restraint and my stomach when I'd get thrown up into it. It wasn't terrible, but it was noticeable, and it was kind of like, oh, like, ow, but whatever. Not bad. I think that ride would be an awesome intro to like airtime for people, like ejector airtime, because it's like intense, but it's also very comfortable for the most part. You know, it's not like Shockwave airtime where it's terrifying. It's, you know, it's more graceful and smooth and flowy and stuff like that. Super long ride as well, I must say. Hopped back in line. I wanted to get a front row ride. And I did, just in time, right before the park closed at 6. Front was cool. I think I preferred the back more. Back was way more intense, but some of the airtime hills hit a little harder in the front. I think the best part of the ride is the first drop and then that ejector hill like right after it. That and that drop into the tunnel were pretty sick. I really enjoyed those. I think overall though, New Texas Giant, I fuck with like the history of the ride and the trains and what the station looks like and just like the vibe. It's just a cool vibe in general. Fits the park super well. Loved it. Awesome ride, man. It's probably the least favorite RMC that I've done, but like still really good. Still a really, really good ride. All those little bunny hills at the end remind me of like Steel Vengeance's ending. If like Steel Vengeance's ending is like a 10 in intensity, and New Texas Giants is like a 6.5 or a 7. It's like still like getting you, but it's not gonna fuck you. You know what I mean? Good ride. I don't think anyone should hate on this ride. Straight up. No one should hate on any RMC ride. They're all goated. For real. Yeah, after that, left the park, went back to the car, changed my shoes, got my wet shoes and socks off. Gross. And I had to put on my other shoes that I use for when I play drums because playing in my Hokas suck. It sucks playing drums in those. And then I drove to the show. Dropped off my car, took an Uber to the show, played the show, and then we went to Whataburger after, dude. Well, I'm in Texas. Gotta go do it. Let me know your Whataburger order. Let me know if you fuck with Whataburger. I feel like it's polarizing. I think it's good. I think it's cheap as fuck. You get a lot of food and it's solid. I mean, it is what it is, you know? That was my day. Six Flags over Texas. Unbelievable, man. Can't believe I get to do stuff like this. Super, super cool. I feel super lucky and I get to like have this creative outlet of this channel to make these videos and kind of talk about it because I don't know, like, for example, getting off Mr. Freeze, like I'm there alone and I'm like, I just want to like tell everyone how much this was so fucking awesome. And I can. And that's you. And I love you. Sick, man. I love roller coasters. It's so interesting to me because that shit's fun. The engineering is crazy, even though I don't really know how any of it works. I know the general idea, but it's cool. Operations for the day. They were okay. There was a lot of closed shit. And I'm curious if it was because they knew the weather was going to be bad or if it's always that way. I don't know. But like ride closures that were pretty much closed all day of like major stuff. Their S&S 40 free spin was closed. Their big pendulum swinging ride was closed. Aquaman Power Wave was closed. These were all closed all day. Judge Roy Scream, the wooden coaster there, closed all day, never opened. New Texas Giant was only open for about 30 minutes in the last 30 minutes of the day. Honestly, though, shout out to the park for doing that. They could have very much just kind of scrapped it and been like, no, we're not going to open it. But they did, so that was cool. I was bummed I didn't get to do Titan, Blue Goliath. I just wanted to see what it was like compared to Goliath with that extra little helix there, but it didn't open all day. So that was kind of a bummer, but it was okay. Mr. Freeze was on 1 train, Batman 2 trains, Mine Train was on 2 trains, Runaway Mountain was on 2 trains, Shockwave 2 trains, New Texas Giant 2 trains. Pretty solid overall. I didn't wait super long for anything. I think the longest line was probably Mr. Freeze my 3rd time. It was like 30 to 40 minute wait. Absolutely worth it. Fucking sick. Yeah, it was chill. All the employees were chill.
Thank you, big dog.
Some like guest interactions throughout the day. So I mentioned it was like the like their school trip days for like physics or some shit like that. Yeah, I had some cool interactions. This one high school kid I met on Mr. Freeze when I met in the front row. He was so chill, dude.
Do you mind if I ride with you? Yeah, follow Thank you.
I can't remember how we got talking about it. We're talking about music. He mentioned that he played cello and piano, and I was like, oh, what kind of music do you like to play? And he said, oh, I'm Persian, so I like playing Persian music, and I really like playing jazz. Like, I want to play jazz piano. He was saying how he's in orchestra at school, and I was like, dude, that's so sick. Like, keep doing that forever. Band kids kick ass. All other kids suck. You're stupid if you're not a band kid. No, I'm kidding. I was a band kid, so, you know. Yeah, he was super chill, and we had a really, really fun time on Mr. Freeze. One thing that annoys me at parks, so okay, this is gonna be like a Larry David moment. I feel like this could have been like a Curb Your Enthusiasm thing.
Shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up!
When people like hold places in line for other people. So I don't care if you're holding a place in line for like 1 to 2 people, but if you're like 2 people and then fucking 8 people cut the whole line to come meet you, like, that sucks. That's pretty shitty, and it's annoying, and I don't think that should be happening. Dude, and sometimes, like, adults were doing this shit, man. It's like, really, guys? Like, that just sucks. It's just kind of shitty. That happened to me on Mr. Freeze a couple times, and I think that extended my wait by quite a bit. Overall, very, very fun day. I enjoyed my time at that park a lot. It had a really good vibe. It was much more, like, charming than I thought it was going to be. You know, definitely more so than other Six Flags parks that I've been to. It felt like they care. And I feel like the people there really care about the park as well. Like the guests have like pride in it, which was really cool. Rides for the day. New Texas Giant, 2. Shockwave, 1. The Pirate Dark Ride, 1. Runaway Mountain, 2. Runaway Mine Train, 1. Batman, 1. And Mr. Freeze, 3. Park rankings. Number 6, Runaway Mine Train. Fun ride. Pretty tame, but the ending was really cool and unique. Number 5, we got Batman. Awesome ride. Smooth, fun, but I've ridden it so many times. Number 4, Runaway Mountain. Surprisingly forceful, unique, super fun. Number 3, Shockwave. 1970s fucking force machine. Terrifying airtime. Number 2, New Texas Giant. The original RMC. Smooth, flowy, airtime, fun. And number 1, gotta be Mr. Freeze, dude. Mr. Freeze is a legendary attraction. I loved that shit so much. I wish I could be riding it right now. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Hell yeah, man. Thank you for hanging out. Got a bunch of stuff coming up on the channel. Very excited to share with all of you. Thank you for being chill and cool.
Cool party.
And awesome. I love you all so much. Enjoy your life. Do what you want to do. Have fun with it. Sick. I love you. Goodbye.